Welcome to the Lee Etzler Show, a weekly wrap-up and analysis of Churubusco High School football.
Eagles, what is your profession? Out.
And now your host, Big Daddy Don Hyatt.
I'd like to welcome everyone to the first Lee Etzler Show. Coach, you're in your ninth season here at Churubusco, and from a display of your team's performance Friday night, looks like another good year ahead of you.
Well, it started off okay. Kids played pretty hard Friday night. Like we talked to them this weekend, we have bigger and better things we accomplish, and if we're not getting better each and every Friday night, if we're not getting better each and every game, each and every practice, then we're not going to be where we want to be. So good start, but at the same time, we need to understand where we want to be.
You got caught off guard there a little bit with Fremont's head coach, Maxim Chuck. He onside kicked on you when they recovered.
Yeah, it caught us off guard a little bit, and you realize it was a coaching mistake. You go over kickoff return, and coaches talk a lot of times. You get what you emphasize, what we didn't emphasize. Hey, what if this happens? We didn't do a good job of that as coaches, and it did catch us a little off guard. We didn't converge the football like we should have, and that was all because we didn't prepare our kids to do that. So lesson learned.
Well, you came right back to on offense and ran that reverse option the first play of the game. Look at the clip here. You got Percy come around, gets the ball first, hands off to Lefevre, and Lefevre pitches to Monk about the 50-yard line.
In fact, my wife was asking me about that play and how you get them to do that, and we actually practice it. It's designed as a double handoff, and we practice the pitch. Now we tell them, you only pitch it if it's you and one other guy, and you don't want them to pitch the ball in traffic. You don't want them to pitch the ball in a hectic situation. And we've also told certain guys, you don't pitch the ball. You get the ball in the second handoff, you run it. If they don't pitch it real well, Josh had the green light, and Monk was in pretty good position, and it was the situation that we wanted. So it ended up working out well.
A little bit about Kyle Matheson. Came out, got his first 2 TDs on the receiving end of the ball, which is different from him.
And that's some of what we wanted to threaten this year. He is an outstanding athlete, for us. And last year had 1,800 yards rushing. Well, putting him out in the position, adds another dimension for other teams to worry about. So it ended up being successful for us. We have worked on that stuff quite a bit so far in camp. It ended up being pretty good. If the other team's dynamic player is in one spot on the field all the time, well, it becomes a little bit easier to defend that person. If we have the ability to move them around a little bit, then it's just another thing for teams to worry about.
Lane Falk on your punt return, he took them back to the house, 51 yards there in the first quarter.
Punt return is one of the things we've emphasized a lot this offseason. We've had success with our punt return in years past. We felt that the last couple of years we didn't do as well as we thought we should have. So we've emphasized it quite a bit. The Wall did a pretty good job of getting out there and picking up their blocks. It wasn't a great punt, so by Lane fielding the ball and getting out to the Wall, and also Kyle Monk made a real nice block at the end of the Wall to spring it for a touchdown.
Speaking about Kyle Monk, he picked his 13th pass off of his career, new school record. He had an awesome game. Had a lot of good hits on defense. and played a good game of quarterback also.
He's an outstanding football player for us and has been an outstanding leader, and he works extremely hard, and you know, said quite a few times this offseason, you're going to see pretty good things from him on both sides of the ball. He made quite a few demoralizing hits to the other team, and we preach big hits, and we like that sort of thing, of course, and it fires up our kids and takes the will away from the other team, and he's you know, probably the biggest hitter we have. So when he does those things, you know, our crowd likes it, our kids like it. It's pretty demoralizing for the other team, so keep Kyle around here for a little while.
Defensive line, pressure from them the whole game was just outstanding. I mean, they were in the quarterback's face the whole game long.
Did a pretty good job, and like we've said before, I'm not sure up front defensively, last year was our strongest part of our defense. Well, this year we feel it can be. We have some kids with a desire. We have some kids with a little bit of size. We have some kids that are physical and also can run. So they do a pretty good job. You know, we're not where we need to be yet, and we kind of pointed that out in film here today and through the weekend. We're not where we need to be yet, but we definitely think our defensive line can be a pretty good group for us.
Along with that too, beating them 46-0, you had a chance to get a shot at look at your younger players too.
Yeah, and which is good. Younger guys, you know, they can play in JV games, they can play in freshman games, but there's really nothing like playing on Friday night, and that was kind of their first taste of game experience, and it's a long August for those kids when we start off practicing August 2nd, and you know, it's August 20th, and that's their first game action. So they performed well. Defense, you know, they still didn't give up buckets of yardage, and Fremont still only had 1 first down, and we moved the ball a little bit. So it's always good. It's always good, number one, for your younger guys to get some Friday night experience. Number two, to have some success doing it.
Okay, looking ahead towards Central Noble, always a big game with rival Cougars. The Eagles lead the series 21-20. We've won the last 6 meetings, but it's the longest matchup also on the Busco schedule.
The worry is, and this kind of goes along with, you know, our first few games, we've been fortunate enough to win, you know, for a number of years in a row, win our first, whatever it is, 4 or 5 games in a row. So there's a number of teams we've beaten for quite a few years in a row. Well, which is good, but the bad thing is, the thing you worry about is, you know, Central Noble rivalry game. Do we want to beat us? And if the question is, if the answer is no, well, then you need to be concerned. You know, we played Fremont last week and kind of took their will away from the game from some hitting and, you know, a couple big plays on offense, and all of a sudden their will's taken away from the game. We've gotten into trouble in the past with a team we expected to hit them, and we expected them to lay down. Well, when a team comes in and fights back, and we're not ready for it, that can be a worry. You know, we've been fortunate to beat them the last 5 or 6 times. They are a young team this year, and and we've seen them on film. With a young, inexperienced team, there is such a huge improvement gap between weeks 1 and weeks 2. So we need to be sure we're ready for the game. Their coaching staff, we know what their coaching staff believes in, and very similar to what we believe in. So we expect them to come out swinging next Friday night. If we're not ready for it, then we could be in trouble.
This has been the Lee Etzler Show, brought to you every Thursday night at 7:30 by BuscoNews.com.